this was supposed to be a first drive in this wrote-off Category S BMW E91 318D, but we have a problem, pretty big problem actually. I've been scammed on this car. So I bought this car for not a lot of money, only paid £1,400. It was a Cat S because one of the rear wheel arches, there was a dent in it. The previous owner got it repaired. Weren't the best repair, but they got it done, and that was the end of that. You know, I kind of expected that when buying this car. However, the previous owner said to me that he had a bunch of work done to this car. He said that the timing chain kit was done, which, if you don't know about the N47 engine, timing chain, very, very common problem on these engines. This has covered 183,000 miles now, and to be honest, if it hadn't been replaced at this point, then it more than likely would have failed. They typically fail between 100 and 140,000 miles. And yeah, it's covered 183,000 miles. So I do think the timing chain has been done. There's no real, you know, there's no rattle from the timing chain or anything like that. So I do think he was telling the truth about the timing chain being done. However, he said that a bunch of other work was done. The DPF was apparently replaced, which, you know, that could be the case. I'm not, you know, I'm not going to question that. I haven't even been able to get under the car and have a proper look at things yet. He said that the flywheel was replaced and also the clutch. I'm guessing he would have had the flywheel, the clutch and the timing chain all done at the same time, because when you're doing the timing chain in one of these, you either take the engine out or you take the gearbox off, and obviously you have to remove the clutch and the flywheel to gain access to the timing chain. So it kind of makes sense to do them all at the same time. But I don't think that all that has been done, because, well, it was kind of one of my biggest fears when I saw the fault codes when going over everything that's wrong with this car. I saw a fault code for a clutch slip, and I was, you know, really hoping that that wasn't the actual clutch. I was hoping that it's like maybe the, I don't know what I was thinking, in all honesty. I was just hoping it wasn't the clutch. I was hoping maybe it was an old fault code and that's why you got the clutch replaced. But yeah, the clutch is slipping. It's, you know, where if it seems to be fine in first, second and third gear, but as soon as you put it in like fourth, fifth and sixth, and, you know, you put your foot down, it just slips. Like the revs just bounce all over the place, and it's just not good. You can't use like even half of the power. As soon as you get to about 1800 RPM, I suppose where all the torque is, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, you just can't use it. You know, you can't use all the power. With that being said though, the car, apart from that, seems to drive okay. I mean, I haven't driven it a whole lot yet, but as far as I can tell, there's no knocks or bangs or rattles or anything like that. I mean, if you don't put your foot down, you know, if you don't put your foot all the way to the floor, then you probably wouldn't even know the clutch is slipping. But I mean, how long, realistically at this point, how long is the clutch going to last? I mean, I guess it depends on your driving style, right? If you're just doing stop-start traffic all day, every day, which, to be fair, I don't do a hell of a lot of. It's mainly just motorway journeys that I do, so I don't know. I don't know whether I should put a new clutch and flywheel in it now, because if you're doing the clutch kit, you may as well do the flywheel. I know it's an expensive part, but it's not something you want to do twice. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to do at this point. I think I may wait for it to get a bit worse, like maybe wait for it to start slipping in all the gears. But then at the same time, I also don't want it to fail completely, because then you may be stranded somewhere, and I always seem to get stranded at the worst possible time. I remember in my previous BMW E60, I had a spring snapped. I had a spring that snapped on the way down to London. That wasn't fun. I had to get recovered back home, jump in another car, then make the journey once more. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Should I swap out the clutch and the flywheel at this point? I really didn't expect to have to do it. it's kind of one of the reasons that I bought this car as well, because I was led to believe that, you know, all these big expensive items had already been done, but there's no chance that the clutch has been replaced and now it's slipping again after like 60,000 miles, is there? I mean, the guy just done motorway journeys as well. You can see between MOTs it's had like, I don't know, 30,000 miles a year done, so it's got to be all just motorway journeys, and yeah, there's no chance it will slip that quick. So, you know, if I'm being honest, it's probably on the original clutch and flywheel at this point. But yeah, it's disappointing. Was I expecting it, buying a car from Birmingham that's been wrote off before? I don't know. I think I'm just too trusting in people, really. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you can say you've replaced something but then you actually haven't. Like, I physically just couldn't do that. Like, it's just morally wrong. It's kind of not as bad because obviously I can do the work myself, but if, you know, the average person was buying this car, they'd be screwed, because for a clutch and flywheel on this, a new clutch kit, new flywheel and all the labour, you're talking like over £1,000, and that really wouldn't be a good situation for someone. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of a positive because we'll get a video out of it, but it's a lot of expense. You know, to buy the clutch kit, I think you're looking at about 150 to 200 pound, and then the flywheel, that's about 400 to 500 pounds. So you're looking at good circa 600 pound for the both. And yeah, I really didn't want to have to do it at this point because I have a lot of projects on at the moment, and yeah, I'm just kind of up to my eyeballs in project cars. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you think. Should I contact the guy who sold me the car? You know, is it worth contacting the guy who sold me the car at this point? I mean, it's a private seller, it's sold as seen. I did buy it, you know, sight unseen. I didn't take it for a test drive or anything. The guy literally delivered it to my house, pulled up on my drive. I had a quick look over the car, just make sure there was something basically hanging off of it, started the engine up and everything, listen out for any you know, telltale signs that the timing chain was going or anything, and all seemed fine. But yeah, like I said, I didn't drive the car. I wasn't insured or taxed on it, so yeah, I just kind of took his word for it, I guess. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you think, and hopefully we'll try and come up with a solution. But I think for the time being, if I can, I'm just going to continue driving it and hopefully not put any more wear on the clutch, or just try and slip it as little as possible. I will actually, let me actually show you, because it's probably quite hard to understand what I mean. I will show you. I'll get on a decent piece of road, and then I'll show you what kind of happens once I get it into, say, third gear, and then you'll see the revs sort of bouncing around. Hopefully you'll be able to understand a little bit better then. Okay, so you can see I'm in second gear now. I'll floor it. Revs climb fine. I'll go into third gear and floor it and watch what happens. The revs just jump, but the car doesn't really go anywhere. So I'm in fourth gear now. I'm just about to go up a slight incline. I put my foot flat to the floor. See how the revs just jump then? Like I said, as long as you are driving normally, you wouldn't really know that there is an issue. You know, as long as you don't put your foot flat to the floor, it doesn't, you know, the revs don't jump up like that. It just drives, you know, quite smoothly. When you do come to an incline, that's when you notice it more. Obviously you need more power, you need more torque to get up a hill, and that's obviously when it puts the most slip on the clutch. So I think I'm just going to have to kind of stay away from hills if I can help it, to try and extend the life of the clutch. So not really an ideal start to new ownership of a car. Yeah, I just wish the previous owner was more forthcoming and didn't lie, but it is what it is. We have the problem now. we're going to have to find a solution to it. Let me know as well if you have had a car that the clutch has started slipping on it, how long it has lasted for. Because yeah, if I don't have to do it right away, I won't be doing it right away. I just don't have the time or money at the moment, truth be told. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. I want to thank you all for watching anyway. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one.